Good afternoon, guys. Well, we are having a historic court case happening right now, and we want to do as much coverage of it as we can because it is a historic day for this case, for technology in general and the advancement of technology in the United States, right? It's a very key uh, case, very important. So we're going to kind of look at it. The general market is not really being affected one way or another right now, having some good DCA opportunities across the board, but everything's just kind of holding support where it is. Nothing to write home about, nothing big going on, but I also wanted to touch on a the interview with Jpmorgan CEO there, so we're going to look at that as well. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, we'll do that first. So I wanted to pick this apart a little bit. So listen up, guys. Uh, Listen up carefully to this.
Cryptocurrencies, there are two types. There's a cryptocurrency which might actually do something. Think of a cryptocurrency as an embedded smart contract in it, and then we can use it buy and sell real estate or move data. That may have value.
The idea of tokenizing.
Tokenizing things that you do something with. And then there's one which does nothing. I call it the pet rock, the Bitcoin or something like that. And
now I wanted to touch on that really quick, guys. I mean, Bitcoin is a store of value. I love Bitcoin. Don't get me wrong. I hold Bitcoin. We all should hold Bitcoin, in my opinion, as part of your portfolio. But he's not wrong at the same time. He's not wrong, right? Bitcoin doesn't really do anything right now. I mean, there's a lot of cryptos that do things. Veracity, right? Ad fraud detection, right? Jasmy, personal data locker, right? Monetizing your data, things like that. There's lots of technologies out there. You've got XRP, cross-border payments, cheap, fast, all that kind of stuff. So you do have a lot of cryptos out there with a lot of utility and stuff, and then you have ones that don't do anything, right? So he's not wrong when he says that, right?
so on the Bitcoin, there's first of all, and I'm not trying to make a joke here.
And I should say that, I mean, while Bitcoin is just a store of value, that is still a use case, a very valuable one, in my opinion. In saying that, I wanted to touch on that because, like, listen, what I like to do, guys, in my 4-year cycles, what I like to do when I take my profits, I'll take a percentage of my profits from a bull run. I'll put it aside, wait for Bitcoin to bottom out at the bottom of the next bear market, and then I put that portion of my profits directly into Bitcoin because I know that that's probably going to 2 or 3x. Bitcoin's going to 2 or 3x no matter what, most likely, right? Odds are good on that, and it's the safest. Plus, with all the institutional money coming into it and stuff, so that's kind of what I do. I take a good chunk of my profits, I put it into Bitcoin at the bottom of the market, and then I start to play the altcoins again at the bottom. So that's my use case for Bitcoin. It's kind of like a savings account for me, so to speak, that grows with interest over a 4-year cycle, right? So
Are use cases: AML, fraud, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance, sex trafficking. Those are real use cases, and you see it being used.
Those are use cases for cash too. So, I mean, that's kind of irrelevant. It's actually more used by cash than crypto.
For hundreds, maybe 50, $100 billion a year for that.
Thing is, guys, they say this kind of stuff because him and Elizabeth Warren, so they say this kind of stuff because this is the truth of the matter, guys. They don't like blockchain technology. Why don't they like blockchain technology? Because you have people like Elizabeth Warren, and I'm sure Jpmorgan CEO and stuff like that as well, who get money from illicit places, right? How did Elizabeth Warren turn like a $200,000 annual salary to like a $54 million net worth, right? Illicitly, right? So the reason that they do not like illicitly, is that a word? Anyway, the reason that they don't like blockchain is because everything is tracked on blockchain. They cannot hide where they're getting their money from anymore. It can all be tracked. They don't want that. They don't want us to know where they're getting. So they're pointing the finger at criminals saying, they're doing criminal stuff with crypto when it's really Elizabeth Warren and them doing illegal stuff with cash, right? That's why they don't like blockchain, guys. It doesn't take a scientist to figure it out. They don't want you to know where their money is coming from, where it's going. They don't want their money tracked. That's why they don't like blockchain. They'll never come out and say that, obviously, because they're doing illegal stuff, right?
That is the end use case. Everything else is people train among themselves. So
Speculate.
yeah. Now, okay. Now, my last statement, the last time I ever talk about Bitcoin is I defend your right to do Bitcoin. I think, it's okay.
Okay.
I don't want to tell you what to do. So my personal advice is you don't get involved, but I don't want to tell any one of you what to do. It's a free country.
What do you
And
make
so
of, what do you make of
that's
BlackRock?
why-
What do you make of the other firms, the BlackRocks of the world that obviously, and Larry Fink changed his view of this, obviously.
Yeah.
And maybe he changed his view because you think he genuinely believes in Bitcoin, or believes it because he thinks that there's a marketplace for it and he wants to be part of that market. But what do you think of and there's about a dozen big financial companies, Fidelity included.
Number one, I don't care. So just please stop talking about this shit. And I don't know what he would say about blockchain versus currencies that do something versus Bitcoin that does nothing. And maybe that's not different than me. But this is what makes a market. People have opinions. This is the last time I'm ever going to state my opinion.
I really didn't do anything either.
Yeah, but gold's limited in supply,
So it's Bitcoin.
and it's been used.
This is awesome. See, he calls him on it. He says gold's limited in supply, so is Bitcoin. He says gold doesn't really do anything either.
So you think so, huh?
I do.
This is where he's going to get into. He's going to start saying that that there's not a limited supply of Bitcoin.
I think there's a good chance that when we get to that 20 million
42
Bitcoins,
they go to 42.
no, that Satoshi's going to come on there, laugh hysterically, go quiet, all Bitcoin's going to be erased.
I think, man.
How the hell do you know it's going to stop at
Not-
21?
not possible.
I've never.
Bitcoin's going to be erased. Satoshi. 150 years from now, Satoshi's going to pop out laughing. All Bitcoin's going to be erased. That's your argument?
Met one person who told me they know for a fact they take that as
Mathematically, it's not, it can't happen because by the last one will be mined in 2150 and it gets harder and harder every time there's another halving. But Jamie,
I'm like,
looking back
you
over,
guys do what you want,
there's
I'll do what I want.
as for gold, you can the 6 characteristics that make gold valuable for 4,000.
See how he got proved wrong there and he didn't want to debate anymore? He's like, yeah, you just do what you want. I'll just do what I want. Because his argument just got destroyed.
Years, they're all present in Bitcoin. That's all I'm saying. I love you, and I don't want to. And I also don't want to be a.
You may, Joe, you may be right.
Yeah.
I don't know gold either. So okay.
That's what I mean.
Couple of quick final questions.
Unbelievable. His argument just gets shredded on him. It's awesome. Then we got Ash Crypto breaking Coinbase versus SEC. Judge says we need new laws for the crypto market. The old 90-year-old Howey test should not apply to the current market. The SEC is getting smoked right now in U.S. court. This is giga bullish for crypto and altcoins. Absolutely, guys. It's not going good for the SEC. Presiding and doing a fantastic job is Judge Fiala. SEC lawyer says, quote, Coinbase says crypto is a $1 trillion asset class. Well, we disagree that crypto is an asset class. So they're trying to say that crypto is not even an asset class. It's a rounding error in the economy and requires no new laws. The U.S. Equity market is $100 trillion and the global market $400 trillion. Crypto is a rounding error. Oh, so how did the stock market start? Did the U.S. equity market start at $100 trillion? Or did it grow to that, right? Like, do they really think that this is the worst argument I think you could really come up with, to be honest with you? I could probably go to court and come up with a better argument than this. Trying to convince a judge who very clearly has educated herself on crypto, on digital assets, as we've seen throughout this court case so far today, right? Trying to convince her that crypto is not an asset class, that it's just a rounding error in the economy. Do you really think that's going to hold water with her? I really don't think that holds any water. I think that's a very weak statement. I think she's going to eat that up. In my opinion, the SEC is trying to make crypto appear insignificant and therefore must apply to current 1933 laws. They have no vision and idea of what crypto is and how it will affect the world. Judge called BS. Crypto is new and needs new laws. Oh, shredded. SEC is focusing on the token being an investment in the efforts of others and therefore the offering on Coinbase is a security. Judge is saying, you seem to want me to declare crypto a security when it appears like a different new thing we need to reevaluate for possible new laws. The Senate is telling me to stay in my lane and that it's not my decision to make, it's theirs. The SEC says they're not complaining about the blockchain tokens, they're complaining about the Coinbase offering of crypto, which needs more liability and disclosures. As I've been saying, crypto on the blockchain is never a security crypto offering on websites with expectations of withdrawal or yield are possibly securities, but will need new laws and new disclosures. They cannot fit into 1933 laws. This hearing is going exactly the same way the EU hearing went, which led to new MiCA, digital asset regulatory body in the EU. Coinbase will speak after lunch. More to come. What a historic hearing for technology worldwide. 100% agree, guys. This is going very, very well. Better than I thought it was going to go by a long shot. I didn't think it was going to go bad, but I didn't think it was going to go this good either. Like, wow, this judge really seems to understand and really seems to have done her homework and really seems to be siding with the Coinbase and the investors against the SEC. Mega bullish, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We keep you up to date with the latest and greatest. Check out LBank, the channel sponsor. Do your spot leverage and copy trading. No KYC required there. Also, join the Discord, guys. It's absolutely free. Join the conversation down there. And also, if you want to support the channel, guys, click the join button. Become a member. We've released a couple of new videos for members only. They get microcap gems, guys. Before they pump hundreds, sometimes thousands of percentages, making a lot of profits over there. And yeah, you also get my buy and sell alerts. So I also released for the members, I released some buy alerts that I did today. So check those out as well. And yeah, click the join button, guys. Hit the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.